Hello, students. As we move into the next couple chapters, we're going to get into a little more depth of the tools that you'll use in Lean and also why you use those tools. So you'll actually be studying what we call waste. But before we do, I want to draw up some common misconceptions about some of the terminology. Value stream map is something that you took a look at in the last chapter. And I want you to notice with the value stream map as you look, that they're measuring time, some element of time. So this is often used in industry production. Remember the pull method rather than the push method that we studied when you watched the video on the flying airplanes. Well, what we want to do is be able to pull, but in order to do that, we have to get our timing down. So sometimes this value stream map is used for measuring a production line. And so it takes person one this long to complete a product, this person this long to do their part, this person this long to do their part. So the time elements might be seconds or minutes. And in order to do that, or because we do that, we can find the strengths of our workers, put them in the right place, and maybe have two people doing something. So we might have, in this particular case, two welders, so that we can get the welding done in time. So the goal is to be able to pull and to have everything running efficiently. So the math that's done in here is more part of Six Sigma, but that's where it's brought into Lean. So I'm not going to get into that detail yet. You'll be seeing this later in the semester. But basically, that's what it's used for. So it's usually used in industry, but it can be used in a lot of other uses. It basically is used anytime we want to have a pull method or and be able to balance our time, or we want to be able to measure time between various parts of a process. So this can be done outside. For example, I know it's been brought up going to Disney, for example. Well, yes, you could actually use this to measure the time elements that it takes and then kind of test it out between this and this and this. You could measure those time elements and eventually get the right flow. But there may be some other instruments that would work better. So we're going to take a look. A process chart is usually, the term is used when we have more than one swim lane. And so each of these are called swim lanes. So this means there are 4 people in this particular process. And what we're doing is we're watching a flow of what is happening, and we're using more than one party. So this is quite helpful for processes, again, that involve more than one person. But again, it could be used for other purposes, for personal purposes. Let's say a father and a mother and kids, all helping with a project, and who is assigned which part, because they could all be done at the same time, but it could easily then be repeated. So a process chart is used generally when you have more than one person participating. And we're not looking at time at all. We're not looking at that time element like we were in the prior one. Now we're going to take a look at something called a flow chart. So a flow chart just shows usually, the flow of work, where it goes, and the process, yes or no. If it does this, then we go here. If it doesn't, then we go there. So we just look at the flow of a process. So this is an example. Now I'm going to actually put the links for you. I'm going to post the links for you in case you'd like to go look, but what I recommend is that you just go into Google, go into images, and then you just type value stream map, and you're going to see a lot of different models. Type a process chart, and they'll show you some process charts that have the swim lanes, maybe just one lane, and one lane would be more, I suppose, similar to a flow chart, although flow charts are known for the yes, no to make it clear. Now you can also use pictures in this, and you'll see an example that I will be giving you soon of previous students in their final projects. And especially with a flow chart, you could actually use pictures instead of symbols and really make it look rather cool and easy to understand. All right, so hopefully this is going to help you as you move into these next 2 chapters. And that's all. Thanks.